Hi everyone, Steve here. Another update for the end. And today we're doing another episode about the End City because now it's not just a city; it's just one building, which I think someone should change that. One building does not count as a city. Does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It definitely doesn't count, right? So I hope someone will fix that, make it more and more, and kind of good for us. We'll get more loots, especially elytras. And last episode I talked about we will get 4 ships in a city. Not 4 ships with one elytras, but every city will have 4 ships, so you can be sure to get elytra on the city. But the elytra is only 25% chance to get elytra from a ship, and there will be loads of ships not in the end city. Not in the end city, but out in the void, which is very dangerous. But there will be, because the story is kind of like players that's gone to the ship to sail, but they don't have enough food, don't have enough energy, don't have enough armor, don't have enough of anything. So they left the ship there and jumped in the void. And that's basically what happens. So you'll see ships in the void, and make sure you do carefully, because you might fall in the void. But there will be a 50% chance to get elytra in one of those, because it's pretty hard to get, because it's out in the void. You have to place block, bridge to there, so it's kind of dangerous, And then let's talk about End City. So I think the End City should have more mobs. We talked that in the last episode of the end update. So now I think we should have more structure types, not just the one tall building, but many buildings are not like that. So basically, you could get a shop, a giant shop, and if you are kind of crazy going, you like to attack, you like to steal all the treasures, you like to make a base in every structures, even if it's dark, you probably would like this. So the shop, the shop there will have loads of stuff, and the shopkeeper is the strong shulker, the giant strong shulker. I talked about it in the last episode, but this one is still an undead mob. But if, just like the piglin, if you give him things that are not appeared in the end, he will give you stuff that are in the end, like armors from the city had armors from killing other players. So yes, they don't have in the end, which is emeralds. They didn't see those coming, but they don't have dirt either, so it makes them kind of crazy. They don't have leaves, they don't have much of anything. So they will actually see if the thing is worth anything. So if you give him a Netherite Block, it'll probably give you the Shulker of Elytras, because it's hard to get. The Netherite Block is 9 Netherite, which one Netherite ingot is how many? Like 4 netherite scraps, which is 4 ancient debris. And for ancient debris times 9 for 9 ingots is 36 ancient debris. I never collect that much in just like one day. No, never collect that much. But I think 10 shulker elytras is too much. Maybe just an end chest with 2 elytras or mending elytras on it. That would be kind of cool, you know. And by the way, the shop contains various items in it. So there will be another thing called the End Shulker Villager. The End Shulker Villager, well, looks like a shulker, but it's actually a villager you could trade with. Like in the store, there will be lots of things, and if you pick one up and you didn't return it and you leave the store without paying, the villager will rush out and call the police, which is the End Guard. I think, yes, the one you can trade with, and it will come to attack you from many of them, you know, not just one in the storm, but many of them. Okay, and if you do want to trade with a villager, you want to buy some stuff like Elytra or like loots or things or shulkers or shulker blocks, you could go with villager. But I mean, you don't just open the villager's GUI. There's no such thing as that. And I heard like lots of people thought that the GUI thing was too stupid, not good enough. So this way they don't have GUIs. So instead, you just throw the thing in the. So you hold the thing and you right click the villager and give it to the villager. And the villager will say like how many emeralds, and how to say that easy. There'll be a sign on top of the storm that hands out like a hanging sign, and the price will show on it. And if you give the price to him, and he'll give back your item. Just remember, don't accidentally throw your netherite armors and netherite tools in it. That will be cost way low. And basically, if you right click them, you'll still be holding it. And so if you kill him with the item, you'll get a 75% chance to drop it. So that's one way to get your items back, but yeah. And you could basically kill the villager, and so then kill the guard, and then get the loot for free. Well, I mean, it's kind of scram. I think the loot in the shop wouldn't be that much, because that would be just too easy to loot, you know. So it won't be like just a few elytras, and the shops are like very rare. Let me think. I think it should be like like 20 out of 100 of 100. Yeah, 20 out of 100 is fair enough, I think. So it's 1 out of 5 chance you get these in and say that's very good. That's good enough, you know. And you should have the bunk cabins, also called the end cabins, and that's where the villagers go to sleep, just like the village in the main world, in the overworld. And because, you know, if you put beds in the end, it will literally explode. So there's a new block, I guess you say a block, called the sleeping bag, which lets the villagers sleep in end. how you know if it's daytime in the end or nighttime in the end? Well, there is a clock in the center of the end city, which shows it's not nighttime or daytime. In nighttime, the shulkers will get much more than the daytime. That makes sense, kind of, So, yeah, that kind of makes sense, but it does not. You know what? Fine, I'll just keep it that way. And there will be more structures like the end field, the end, kind of like the end, what do you call that? The end, the end farm. So the farm will contain foods that you found in the end, like horse fruits and, kind of hard to get a horse food farm running with a villager, but I guess Mojang could make that, Mojang definitely can make that. I believe them they can, and if they want, they definitely can do it. And all the mob votes are not that good, especially about the Phantom. I hate the Phantoms, everyone hates the Phantoms, and when the first mob mode went out, they all chose the Phantom because it's the flying mob, the first flying mob in vanilla Minecraft. And that's just, I think, so good. And they think it will be a good mob, a cool mob, but just undead. And I really hate that because I don't like to sleep, I like to get kind of like a speed run. You just skip the night, you don't you skip the sleep and just go mining, So there'll be the end farm. Then there'll be the probably kind of like the same as the overworld. There'll be the end librarian, but for some reason his library has end stone bookshelves because they don't have wood, and they will contain stone books. Yes, so the books are made of stone, which is, if you open a crafting table, you can make it yourself, which is 3 stone, 3 polished stone on the left and 3 on the right. I will make a bookshelf. And if you want to make a book, you basically put a stone, you put a feather inside of the right in the middle, and then you put the blocks around surrounding it, making a kind of a book, kind of stupid book, but it makes sense, I guess. Or no, let's make it this way. So, stone on the left, stone on the right, and pen in the middle, a feather in the middle, and then there will be chains on the middle up and middle down, and that will make sense. So the chains are holding the book, and that's basically all. That's basically all in this video. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe to my channel. I have loads of Bed Wars videos, Minecraft survival videos, and if you like them, please say it on the comments. And about the 1 block challenge, you should do it. And I really need subscribers, I just want 100 in the end of next year because, this year is almost up and I don't think we can do it. So 100 for next year, and please help me. So yeah, and bye guys. You can watch my other videos. So see you in the next one. Bye.